Welcome to Coffee and Comments. Today's gonna be a little bit different. We have a roundtable discussion with a few of the fam, the coffee fam, coffee folks. We'll start with.
Should have brought us coffee, bro.
I mentioned that. I was like, yo, the excess coffee. The
Okay.
next time. It's just comments.
Definitely unscripted. Like,
Comments without coffee, right? That's what it is today, apparently. But we'll start off. Let you guys meet yourself.
Hi, I'm David Zamora. I'm an avid movie fan. I've honestly checked out every single genre, and I know what I like when it comes to TV.
Dallas Dela Cruz. I am an avid superhero critic, comic, anime lover. So pretty good.
Brandon White, background with directing, acting, producing, entertainer.
Didn't know that.
Indian Duca, I like being entertained.
There you go. So as we have it, this is our roundtable discussion. All right. First off, we're going to talk about what is you guys' favorite movie genre. So you just let's open up to the floor, talk about it. What's your favorite movie genre?
Ooh, it depends, but I really like for me, it'd be the suspense. I love superhero movies like anyone else, but when it comes to something where it's got like a huge cliffhanger or something at the end where you're just like say it's a normal movie and you're just like, okay, this is a good movie. Then at the end, like the last 30 minutes, like grab you. Those type of movies, more suspense and where you don't know what's going on.
I'd probably say like action thriller because just I love the idea and the like, especially like when you think of like older movies till now, like looking at where they were and where they're at now, like CGI and graphics and effects and explosions and stuff, and then you look at like a Lord of the Rings movie and there's like these are real places, these are real people, like this is crazy. So I would say kind of the action thriller.
I would echo that action thriller is mine too. You know, like I like fighting. You know, I don't fight, but I like to watch movies where it's a bunch of fighting and butt kicking going on, but at the same time there's a plot twist going on in there.
Let's go.
See, for me, I think it'd be a little picky because if they don't have a good fight choreography, it's a little like I loses my interest.
Yeah,
When stuff like that.
That's important.
Okay. Eddie, you have a favorite type of movie?
For me, I will probably echo a lot of the action thriller, but I just want a good story. I want a story that's captivating, keeps me going from beginning to end. Preferably, I like movies that make me think.
Right.
That makes me think of stuff on a higher level. When I leave the movie theater, I want to be able to, just think to myself, what does this movie mean? Think of it on a deeper level. That's the type of stuff I like.
Is there any movie genres you guys don't like?
Rom-com.
Yeah.
Rom-com. Don't like rom-com.
Yeah.
No, I think I look at
That's very
rom-com.
surprising.
I look at rom-com just like country music. They're generally all the same. All those what is those Hallmark
Yeah.
movies, all the same. Hold on, the woman comes, she's there, and she sees her old high school, and he's like getting a divorce, and they get together, and then at the end, she gets hurt because so and so's back, and then it's the vice versa. The guy comes in, he's a singer, or he has a career, or whatever.
Or it's a new guy at work,
Oh,
or
the guy
they go
at
on
work.
vacation,
Oh,
and there's
it's
something
a
to be there.
Christmas
New
time. Oh,
person's
gosh.
full. I mean, I'm actually weirdly enough, I actually can enjoy
I enjoy
a good rom-com.
Yeah, a good
like
one.
to me,
Yeah.
like Mean Girls is like a really good rom-com, probably the best of all time.
I
Mean
would
Girls is a
call Mean Girls a
rom-com?
rom-com.
That's more.
What-
That's
what-
not a
what-
rom-com.
yes.
That's not a rom-com.
She was trying to get her that old dude.
No, that was
October 3rd.
That's a drama. That's all that's.
You know, that's
I would
This
think
is-
of like
yeah, I wouldn't think of
21
Mean Girls.
Dresses or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 51 First Dates.
What was the one with Steve Carell and
41
No,
Virgin?
no,
That's a comedy.
I think I know what you're talking about. The one with
Ryan Gosling?
yeah, don't know the name of the movie, but I know.
Oh,
That's
yes,
a
yes,
good
yes,
one.
yes.
That's a good rom-com.
With,
That's a good
it was
one.
Emma something.
Stone.
Emma Stone. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
I know you're
yeah.
talking about. I don't know the name of the movie, but I know.
I believe what we're talking about.
So rom-coms, anything else?
Um,
I don't like horror movies. That's a known fact.
You like horror?
Don't like
Ooh.
horror.
I like
I'm not-
slasher. I don't like horror.
I'm not
So
the
I
biggest-
don't. So to that point though, I can do slasher movies or like thriller or like criminal movies where people kill, but I can't do like paranormal.
So no,
Like I cannot deal with paranormal.
I can't do it if they can kill you and twist your body in any way where you're not like recognizable. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out of here because the directors and people that make that stuff, you're just like,
You're twisted.
yeah, you got something going on.
the creators. No.
No, it should be creative. Like those old movies, like The Thing, that's a little different. That you're creative where you worked with a lot back then. With like how the design is. But then you got like slasher movies where you can still make it look good and have like the good mindset. But when it comes to like all that like the horror like demonic stuff, I can't touch that.
Okay, I can feel that.
I look at another reason I don't mind horror, but it's like it's gotta be a good one because a lot of them are just the same.
Yeah.
And you're like you're watching. Oh, I know it's getting.
I mean,
Oh,
for me, the same still gets me, so I'm not watching it. I'm like, for me, if it's the same,
It's not that I'm afraid or anything like that, but horror movies I just get bored of.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like,
Yeah.
horror
Jump
movies just
scares-
aren't-
jump scares?
Yeah, they just aren't. Scary
Sometimes
anymore.
If they do it-
rely
if they-
on jump scares, no, you
No. I mean, because what tends to happen is if you see
Everything
a lot
is-
of movies, is you can tell if a jump scare
Yeah.
is about to happen
The
I can
musical
tell,
build-
that's
the
not-
musical
Yeah.
build up.
because they need to do all that
slow
to
motion move around to the
The music.
I think I have more buy-in of horror movies because I'm like, this is about to get crazy. Like, because I know it's coming,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm still so balled in.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy, that's what it was.
That's what it is?
That was a good one.
Right,
no,
Gosling
like,
went from a terrible corner to a love interest.
Right, yeah, I don't know, but the horror stuff, you
Be like
gotta
he stole something.
you gotta have like some kind of like because there's some really good ones like what they had in Bird Box.
Yeah.
that was
That wasn't. I would call that horror.
No, it is not. That's
Really?
horror suspense.
I would call it
Yeah,
suspense.
but
I wouldn't call it
It's
horror.
still though because
I
it
like
makes you.
suspense movies.
What was the one where you Don't Breathe or not Don't Breathe? That was a good one too.
Quiet-
So-
Quiet
Quiet
Place.
Place.
That's
Yeah,
really good
see?
too.
And that one's under horror suspense,
See,
even though it's not really horror.
Going
See,
to-
again, but again, I can deal with. So for me, I guess stuff that I can attack myself, like I can fight back at least. Like the freaking, even though it's like this creature, I can still attack and fight back. Paranormal stuff, I'm like, I'm done.
Well, like
dude.
the first
Because like
person, like the
Insidious,
first-
he wasn't.
Yeah, well,
I
God,
wanna
no,
see
absolutely
Insidious
not.
more-
It was
Because
more-
like if I'm laying in bed and like something's gonna take over my body,
Like,
oh,
I can't
God,
do-
I can't
no,
close my freaking eyes. Like,
Especially
So
if it
Exorcist took
has-
you out.
I haven't seen Exorcist.
If it's got inspired by a true story on that horror movie, I'm not touching it.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
getting anywhere
So
near
the
it.
Amityville horror.
Strangers.
Yeah, I haven't
I
touched
saw
that.
The Strangers at 14. This is what got me on the horror movie kick, and I
Awesome.
like it. I saw it at 14 in theaters, and it said inspired by true stories, and I'm like, okay. And I watched the whole thing, and then they were like, why'd you do this? And they're like, because you were home. And I'm like, every time I'm home, somebody could come kill me. Like it was. It messed me up.
So the other thing too is like those first person scary movies, like you said, like a lot of like Paranormal Activity, or like there was like the one with the lady and like she was like in the woods and like the Blair Witch,
Blair Witch,
like stuff like that. I'm like,
It was horrible.
I was like, bro, I can't watch these movies because it's
They're
all
boring, too.
it's all like here, and I'm like, bro, you
Blair
said this
Witch
is
was
real,
so
but I don't really know. Like I'm just like, whatever.
What was the
Blair
one
Witch
about
Project.
Chernobyl? Where it was like that too, where they had the camera and you can't even tell what's going on.
I've never seen it.
It's not called Chernobyl, but these people go and basically the whole town's supposed to have
Yeah.
the radiation, right?
Yeah.
And so like stuff like that. I mean, I don't like the shaky cameras because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say this:
Not really dependent on-
Sinister was probably the one scary movie that got me.
Really, what
Yeah.
part of Sinister got you? Though?
And then maybe I'm talking about the wrong movie, but just the idea that this thing was taking over children,
Oh, okay.
and the thing is, this guy's watching this, he's like, dude, you don't know what's going on. Then at the end, you're like, holy crap, it's the children. I'm like, oh my! And then it wasn't like he was just murdering people, like whatever. He is torturing these
Yeah,
families.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is mind blowing. It just took me for a twist.
See,
That was
the,
like a-
the one
was
that
like a-
got me was the Hereditary.
I heard about
That's a
that.
trash movie.
That no,
I
yeah,
heard about that.
yo,
One. I
That was the
literally
worst movie- that was the
I
worst
was
scary
at
movie I've ever
Nick's
seen in my life.
apartment, and they started watching it. I'm not going to watch it. And then I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, "What y'all watching?" And they were like we prayed after that movie because they when they watched it, they were like they freaked out, and they literally were like, "We need to freak
So I
out."
So again, I say I literally because we heard all these stories about, man, it's the scariest movie ever. People are walking out the theater, they can't sleep at night. I'm like, okay, well, it's Halloween, let's do this. Like took some people on the team, like I paid for everybody's ticket. I was like, all right, let's watch this. We're watching this thing. I'm like, what is going on? Like waiting, whatever. This is where I lost. This is where it lost me. It's literally an hour and a half in. It's already almost done. When the lady swam across the back of the screen from one side to the other, I said, I'm done. And like the ending was scary. I was like, okay, but you're telling me it took an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes to scare me at the end?
That's
I was
what
like-
I said. It
and I
was
like,
boring,
I
and
was
then
like,
it turned
this
up
is
at
so
the end.
boring.
like,
I said, that was the scariest part was the ending. I was like, but other than that, I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, this.
See, okay,
Again, it lost me when she swam across the screen. I was like, this woman is literally. I'm like, what the?
the reason why I
Get
thought
outta
this
here.
one was whenever I say a horror movie is a good horror movie, is because whenever it like irks me. Like that's like you did a good job. You got the audience to watch the movie and to get freaked out. So like whenever I watched it, I went blindly with my friend because You remember when Movie Pass was a thing?
Yeah.
When you go free movie every day and they had to
Yes.
keep changing. They were losing money on that. I don't know what they were thinking. But I would go and I worked near Flicks Brew House.
Mm-hmm.
I went every night. I saw some really good B-rated movies that were like, you know, they didn't have really good like publicity, but they were great.
Yeah.
But then I watched that movie with a friend, and I'm glad I watched it on on a Sunday. Watched it on a Sunday, and I went to church right after. I promise you. We went to the theater. Me and my other guy is just as big as me, and so we're there. We left the theater 3 times. The people in the theater kept leaving, and people they were out. It was freaking everyone out. I came back. We came back like 2-3 times. And we're watching this movie, and we're just like, "Yo, there's something weird about this movie." I got in there. I like reading. For me, like the lore and mystery, or like the history and like legends where things came from, right? Like why somebody thought this back then and made it like the whole Lovecraftian, like all that. He didn't even he started, but then he didn't make it a big thing. All his followers, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning of the movie, like she's wearing that necklace. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I didn't watch the movie. So
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know,
That
the
was
gold
gonna tell you,
family
yeah.
necklace. I was like, I've seen that symbol somewhere before. The demon that they use in that movie is inspired from a real demon,
Yeah.
like a actual lore demon. Like I was like, oh yeah, no, I knew I saw that before, but no, they did really good with their I guess the history and lore behind everything. But after the movie, we went to church, prayed. I was like, yo, I called my grandfather, he's a pastor, like, yo, can you pray over me? That was the first thing I did. That
Wow.
movie. So that's why it feels a good movie.
As an actor, does that affect how you watch movies?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like it's so hard to watch a movie, you know, to just enjoy it. So more so as a director, you know, I watch a movie with a critical eye, you know, and definitely watching the acting and seeing, you know, if they're using moments from their own personal life, you know, if they're authentic and living in the moments before, like all these things that we're taught, you know, in training. You know, I'm looking for those things. So it's hard to watch a movie just to enjoy a movie now. Like,
Yeah. So you critique people more.
I critique.
Yeah,
the
when you
heck
watch
out
the
of people,
movie.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Professional actors who have way more experience than me. You know, but I'm like, nope, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Nice.
So would you say it's harder to enjoy movies because of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That's
It
what I
is.
believe.
Yeah, it is harder to enjoy sometimes. But I still can enjoy it. But you know, like when I see people really owning the character and a good story, I love it. I love it.
Nice.
You know,
You taking a selfie there, Jay?
love it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He denies it. No, I'm not.
No, maybe. Got nothing to hide.
Well, it was like
Too much of a distraction.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
So it's
Why?
like
Yes.
that extra thought in his mind. Dang, this is
Like you
salty.
shake-
Yeah, yeah. If something-
Oh, I hate it. Oh my god.
I have to watch that
all that Dragon Ball. And
I hate
I can't
I
watch
hate the
Dragon Ball.
Japanese
Yes.
lady that
Oh.
does the
Goku?
voice. Yes.
Goku?
I do not like it.
Let's do this. Let's just go ahead and state this, and I don't care who
I don't care.
disagrees with
I don't
this.
care.
Who disagrees with me. Goku is the biggest idiot of all time.
Talking during movies. How do you guys feel about
You
that?
better shut up. You better.
100%.
It depends. I'm not against it, but if it's a movie I am
That you
looking
wanna
forward
see,
to,
right?